Hello, everyone. Special greetings to you. This is the voice of your humble servant, Mexc from Mexc Digital Assets Academy. In this video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you, in fact, I'm going to be walking you through the process of how to navigate the Mexc exchange platform for those who are in the digital space, of course. There is a cryptocurrency exchange market called Mexc. So I'm going to be showing you in this tutorial video how to exploit, in fact, how to analyze the Mexc environment, especially for those who are actually dealing a lot with the cryptocurrencies of Platinum world, notably the smart coin and of course the Ultima token. Those who are interested in knowing how to purchase smart coins or Ultima tokens, or probably to buy or rather to sell the same cryptocurrencies or the same digital assets on this Mexc exchange, I'm going to be walking you through the process of how to get that done, whether you are purchasing or you are selling. So I'm going to be analyzing, this particular exchange. I'm going to be showing you a few tools. In fact, familiarizing yourselves with the environment of this exchange is of utmost importance before you actually get into the exploitation proper, which is that of either getting to sell any of these digital assets or getting to buy any of them. Of course, there are so many other digital assets that are found in this particular market, but I'm going to be concentrating my efforts particularly on the two I just made mention of. That is notably the Ultima token and of course the smart coin, which are the cryptocurrencies that actually belong to the Platinum world. So before I actually get there, first things first, you must have an account created with this exchange market. That is the Mexc exchange platform. You must have an account created with the platform before you can get started. So how do I get there? Now, there are two options. There are two possibilities, as a matter of fact. It's either you are creating the account on the web directly, meaning that you are getting to their website directly to create an account for yourself there, which is referred to as a web-based account, which I really don't encourage, people to do that. But if you really want to do it, it is up to you. So people have their choices. That is the first method, or that's the first option. The second option, you can actually go directly for those. This one is particularly for those who are using smartphones, whether you are using an Android phone or an iPhone. So you can actually go to your Google Play Store or you go to your App Store and you install the app, the Mexc Exchange app. So you simply go there, you type Mexc Exchange, and it's going to give you the option. Once you install it, you can now begin to exploit it. Some other persons would rather prefer to be on the web directly, as it is the case here. Since I'm actually using this particular gadget, which doesn't give me the possibility to install the apps, so I'm going to do the analysis, using a web-based account. And the analysis I'm going to be making there, you can actually apply them to your, for those who will be making use of the applications on the Android phones or on the iPhone, whichever. So the applications are virtually the same. There are just few elements that differ. And that is usually in terms of some of the tools that might be available on the web that you might not readily find in the apps, or some applications or some options that you find in the app that you might not readily find on the web application. So to get started, what do I do? So assuming that I'm a new person, I want to create an account for myself with the Mexc exchange market. What do? I simply come here, I can type, for instance, login Mexc exchange. Good. Once I do that, I validate. Then I hold on for a moment for what is going to happen. Definitely it's going to take me to this page where I am. So once it shows me this interface, it is now giving me the possibility to go ahead and create the account. Mind you, there is no possibility for you to get to do, a purchase or a sales on this exchange market without creating an account, or at least using the account of somebody who already has an account with the exchange. So you might not necessarily use your own personal account. You can use the account of somebody, but the truth be told, there is no purchase, no sales that can be done on this exchange market without it done through an account that exists with them. So that is very, very important. So like I said, this is the page where I was before. So it's going to give me the option to create an account. That is assuming that I have no account existing with this exchange, market as yet. So I want to get started with them. So what do? From this page, I can actually click on sign up here, or I rather come up here and I click on sign up. Once I click on sign up, it is going to bring me to this other page, asking me to provide an email, or rather a Gmail. So I have to provide an electronic mail here, preferably a Gmail. Now, if I introduce a Gmail here, whatever Gmail that you have, but make sure that the Gmail is actually operational. Now, for the sake of demonstration, or for the sake of this video tutorial, I'm going to use an arbitrary Gmail account. Let's say, for instance, I decide to use a Gmail, say, Lumen Quiz 21, for instance, arbas gmail.com. Now, once I do that, he asks me to proceed by doing what? Clicking on next. So once I click on next, now there is a reCAPTCHA. This one, of course, is artificial intelligence, which is trying to decipher between a human being and a possible robot that might actually be the one trying to create this account so as to start doing the trading. That one is like somebody who is trying to outsmart other traders in the market who don't have advanced methods of trading. So this reCAPTCHA is actually to make sure that it verifies all of that. So I'm going to simply push this button till that love sign, which you see at the top, actually fits itself squarely inside that hole, inside the love hole. Once it is there and actually fits the dimensions, what do? I release the button on it. Good. Verification. Validated. Once the first verification gets validated, it now takes me to the next section, which is asking me to provide a password. So I need to provide a password. This one is not the password that opens this Gmail account when you are normally having access into your Gmail account. No, they're not referring to that password. They are asking you to create a password which you are going to be making use of every time you want to gain access into this account you are creating with this exchange market. So make no mistakes between the password which you are using on this exchange market and the password that opens your Gmail account each time you want to have access into your Google account. So they are different. Now, this particular password has certain characteristics. These are the characteristics which are displayed on this side menu. It must contain between 10 to 128 characters. That's one of the conditions. At least you must have one letter, which is uppercase, at least one letter, which is lowercase, at least one digit or one number, and at least a special sign or a special symbol. So these are some of the characteristics. Now, the reason for providing all of this or having these characteristics is just to make sure that it actually remains difficult for somebody to guess your password so as to make use of it and eventually to have access into your account. So you can actually choose a password, of your choice, and you put in there, for instance. Now, for you to be sure of what you're putting, you can click on this eye so that I can show you the letters you're using. Somebody can decide to put L, maybe B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In fact, just a mixture of letters. And then they said special characters or symbol, what they call symbols. Symbols are like arabas, arabas, maybe DS, maybe dollar sign, percentage. Those are symbols. So you can use any of these. So this is, for instance, this is an example. So if I validate this one, henceforth, this is going to be the password that will be, working simultaneously with this particular Gmail to permit me to have access into this account each time I want to have access into it. So if I validate here, that's all. So you can also choose to do your own combination, but mind you, the total number of characters that you should have here should be between 10 and 128. So that one is very, very important. So if I validate here, then I've already, effectively created the account. Okay. So right now, I'm going to, use an account that already exists. This one is an account that already exists. And in this account, which already exists, I'm going to do, the demonstrations inside. Sorry. Let me go back one step. All right. This is an existing account, like I said before. So this is actually how the Mexc exchange market looks like. Just like any other exchange market, we have what we call the order book. The order book, order as in O-R-D-E-R, is a book in which we make orders. It is either it's a sell order you are making or it is a buy order you are making. So we have two sections. Look at this section here. This section which appears in red is actually referring to sellers, people who are selling cryptocurrency in the market, a particular cryptocurrency. And these ones which appear in green is actually referring to people who want to buy this particular asset or this particular cryptocurrency. Now, once we appear in this market, there are different types of cryptocurrencies that are sold in this market. You might be interested in a particular cryptocurrency. And like I said at the intro of this video, but again, just before I proceed, please just do well to click on the subscribe button, just so when next we are uploading a video, you always get the notification. It's very important. So please do well to give me that one subscription by clicking on that subscription button. That way you always stay alert, or you always receive the alert each time subsequent videos are uploaded. Very important. So like I said, if you are interested in purchasing a particular cryptocurrency here, like I've mentioned before, I'm going to be dealing with just two, notably the Ultima token and of course the smart coin, either for purchases or for sales. So right now, which is this market, this particular market where you see sellers up here in red and buyers down here in green. This is a particular crypto asset that these people are selling and others are buying. What is the name of this crypto asset? You can always come up here. When you come here, for instance, look at this. This one is a pair. This is XMX stroke USDT. Means that this crypto asset, which these people are selling, which this section in green is interested in buying, is called XMX. So for you to purchase this XMX, you will need to make use of what? USDTs. Because the pair is XMX stroke USDT. So you have to get USDTs. You upload the USDTs on this exchange market, then you can make use of the USDTs to purchase the XMX. Or if you are somebody who already has this XMX, you will have to load them in to your account in here. That's assume that the XMX are in a wallet somewhere or out of this exchange market. You have to bring them into this exchange market. Once you have them, then you start looking for means to trade them now or to sell them off for USDT. Very important. So right now, I want to do a demonstration using smart coins. Let us assume that I want to purchase smart coins. Of course, to purchase smart coins, I can only do the purchase of smart coins using what? USDTs. The first thing is I need to find out what other cryptocurrency can I make use of, to purchase the smart coin I'm interested in having. So I simply come to this search bar here and I click, or rather I type smart. This is smart. You see that the only option, the only pair that appears for smart is smart stroke USDT. Means that if I'm interested in selling my my smart coins, if I'm interested in selling my smart coins or to purchase smart coins, then I can only make use of what it is paired with, which is USDT. So the only pair in this market is the smart stroke USDT. So once I click on it, you discover that this XMX is going to disappear. Good, like you see here, the combination or the pair here is now smart stroke USDT. So this is the asset I'm interested in purchasing or in selling off. Very important. So you must always choose the pair. Meaning before you come to this market, of course, there is nobody who goes to the market without knowing exactly what he or she wants to purchase from that market or to sell off in that market. It's very important. So the first thing is to choose the pair. In this case, we have selected smart stroke USDT. Now, what does that tell you? This simply tells you that in this order book, where you have the upper section in red, which is made up of people who are selling. These are people selling what? They are selling smart. These people are in possession of smart coins, and they are currently selling them in the market. These people in green are people who are currently in need of the smart coins. So they are in the market wishing to purchase smart coins from who? From these people who are selling. But now they have to start debating on the prices. That's why if you look here, look at the prices. This one here is representing the quantity of smart. These are the various amounts in smart. You see that it keeps fluctuating, it keeps changing. And here you have the various prices. So these are the amounts in USDT that have been used or that can possibly be used to purchase all of these corresponding smart. That's at the level of the sellers, those who are selling. So you see that it keeps changing because people are buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. So that transaction is taking place on per second basis. That's why you see this one keeps fluctuating. Anyway, that's not our point of concern. Assuming that I want to purchase smart coins at this point, what do I do? Now, just before I proceed to showing you, the procedure on how to go about that is actually the same for somebody who is using the web account, just like for somebody who is using the account on the app or in the app. So whether you are using the app as an Android user or an iPhone user, the procedure is the same with somebody who is exploiting, this same exchange market directly from the web. What makes the difference there is at the level of the position of the various functions or the various keys or the various features. Where you find the features on the web account, you might not necessarily find the same features occupying the same positions with somebody who is using the app. That's just a major difference between the two. Otherwise, the procedure is the same. So for me to proceed to getting to purchase my smart coins, I need to deposit USDTs in this market. I need to transfer USDTs into my account on this exchange market. How do I go about that? I simply locate where it is written wallets. This is wallets here. Under wallets, I have two options. Either I'm depositing or I'm withdrawing. That's for somebody who already has the smart coins or any other asset on this market, and the person wants to withdraw them outside, then he has to take the option withdraw. But if I want to deposit, then I'll click first on deposit, making sure that I'm on, first of all, you have to be on the option spot. You must always make sure that you're on the option spot. That's why if you come back here, you see this option spot here. So this market that you are seeing here is actually on the option spot. Let me just turn, it's going to go back to it. It's actually on the option spot. So assuming that you log in and you don't find yourself directly on this dashboard or showing you all of these details about the market, like I showed you earlier on, everything that you are seeing here, in case you just log into your account and you are not seeing the interface exactly the way it is appearing here now, make sure you click first on spot. So once you click on spot and you choose the option spot, that's what we call spot trading for people who want to do spot trading, not features. So once you click on the spot, you take the option spot, it is going to take you directly here. So from there, you go to wallets. From wallets, what do you want to do? We want to deposit USDTs because we are going to make use of the USDTs to purchase the, smart coins. The network is kind of a little bit shaky. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Oh my God. So from here, like I said before, you click on wallets, you click on the option deposit. Once you click on deposit, you just give it some few seconds. And another window is going to display itself. Good, for instance, here. Now, once this one appears, it is asking me to precise the name of the asset that I want to transfer in here. Remember, I've said we want to send in USDTs because we can only make use of the USDTs to purchase what? To purchase the smart coins. Now we have USDTs, which is running on different blockchains. Different blockchains. Either the USDTs are on the Tron blockchain, or they are on the Ethereum blockchain, or they are on the Binance blockchain. So you need to precise the network on which the USDTs you want to make use of are actually existing. So here, the common network is the Tron network, that's TRC. So I can actually, in fact, I will be obliged to precise the name of the network. I already have the name of the asset there, which is Theta, that's USDT. I have to come down here and select the name of the network or the blockchain on which the Tron, because Tron is actually a token, it's not a coin, it's not a cryptocurrency coin. It is a token because it doesn't have a blockchain of its own. So this is TRC20, which is the network of Tron. So once I click on it, it is now going to display the digital address corresponding to the wallet. That's the wallet in my account that is going to receive my USDTs. So I'm going to copy this address. I simply select it. I right click on it, then I copy it. Then I send it to maybe somebody else somewhere who has to transfer the USDTs from me. Or maybe I have the USDTs in an external wallet somewhere. So I have to copy this to that wallet. if I don't want to do the copying, if my phone, for instance, it depends on the location of your USDTs. Somebody might be having the USDTs on the exchange, maybe this particular exchange. So assuming the USDTs were on this exchange, or maybe, yes, let's say on this exchange in another account, not necessarily in this particular account, you might simply copy and you take them. Then you transfer them to this one. But assuming that you are using a smart gadget, a smartphone, for instance, with a good camera, then you can simply scan this QR code. Once you scan this QR code, then it's simply going to import. It simply imports this particular address that links, and then from there you can follow the procedure as we all know, and you transfer your USDTs into this account. Now, let us assume that the USDTs have actually arrived, because when you do that transfer, usually it takes maybe a few minutes or a few seconds. It can take a few seconds or a few minutes depending on the volume that you're actually moving into this market. So it all depends. Now, let us assume that we already have the USDTs in here. What do we do from here? We come back again to spot. Go back to spot. We'll go back to spot. I think this account already has some USDTs inside, which I'm going to be using for the sake of demonstration. Okay, so when I scroll and go right down, I have two buttons, the buy button and of course the sell button. Now to buy, which is actually the case, with me right now, what do I want to buy? I want to buy smart coins. Remember, I've already chosen the pair. The pair that I have here is Smart Stroke USDT. Always make sure that that is the pair you have there. Otherwise, you'll be purchasing a different crypto asset thinking that you're purchasing smart. So since I already have USDTs in here, how do I identify if I already have the area where the USDTs are found? If I come here to this section, if you see available balance or available, it is showing 160.799 or 798,039 USDTs. So these are the USDTs available here. So each time you do your own transfer, always make sure that you verify here if the USDTs have actually arrived here. Because if they have not arrived here, then there's no way you can do a purchase. Now, once I have them here, the next thing I'm going to be asking myself is, at the moment, what is the market price of one smart coin? You simply go to the order book, come back to this order book here. Now, right down here at the section where you have the sellers, those who are selling, the person who is selling smart coins at the cheapest price here is selling it at the rate of 0.004635. He's the first person from below. Then the person who is selling at the most expensive price is the last person on top. So the last person on top is the person who is selling at the most expensive price, while the first person from below is the person selling at the cheapest price. And of course, these people in the middle, they are selling at prices which are more expensive than this one, but less expensive than the person selling at the most expensive price. So it's like that. Now, let us assume that you are okay to buy from this person who is selling at this price. If you are okay with this price, then you are good to go. What do you need to do from here? You will simply come, if you want to purchase at this person's rate. But you need to understand that this person here who says he's selling at the rate of 0.004635 right now has a total of 180,679.620 smart coins for sales. And if this person eventually sells this total quantity, then he would have made for himself, he or she would have made for herself a total of 837.45003 USDTs. This is the column for USDTs. Just like this second person, if you rather choose to buy from this second person, at the moment, the second person has just 9,859.690. And if he eventually sells all of this, then he would have made for himself 45.83769 USDT. So it's like that. Now, when you see these figures fluctuating like this, it simply means, for instance, this person, somebody might get to buy just about 5 smart coins from this person, or 6. The next second, another person is buying 10. The next second, another person is buying 20, 50, and so on in that disorder. So that's why you see this quantity, these values, they keep fluctuating every now and then, because there are people who are buying. Who are the people buying? They are the people below here. So if you are interested in buying the smart coins at this price, what do? You simply come to this drop-down arrow here. Or rather, not the drop-down arrow. You come to where it is written market. When you choose the option market, it means that you want to purchase the smart coin at the best market price. That's the cheapest market price that the market determines for you. So that's usually, in fact, this option is usually made use of by people who want to buy the coins faster. They don't want to spend time in the market. Because if you are not contented with the price that you see in the market, you can decide your own price. For instance, this is the cheapest price here. If you want to buy at a price which is lower than this, then you can specify that you are interested in buying, but you don't want to buy at this price. You want to buy at a price which is lower than this. Then in that case, you will be going with the option limit. When you take the option limit, means that you want to manually decide your own price at which you want to purchase the smart coin. But in that case, you will be forced to put that demand in the market or to put that order in the market and wait for a longer period for somebody inside this group of sellers to eventually decide to bring down his own price to your own. What if eventually doesn't happen in the next 1 hour, in the next 2 hours, even in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days, or in the next 1 week? So the choice is actually yours. But if you want to do the purchase faster, then go with the market price by taking the option market. So if I choose the option market, the next thing I'll have to decide on will be the balance I have here is 160.79 USDTs. How much out of this 160 point something USDTs do I want to make use of to purchase the smart coins? Or do I want to use all of this amount or this entire amount, 160? Assume that I want to use just 50. Let's say I want to make use of, or 10 for sake of demonstration. I'll use just $10. So if I want to make use of just $10, then I'll input 10 in there. Then what do I do next? I click on buy smart. Just observe what will happen. Once I click on buy smart, it is done. The purchase is done. So what do? I simply come back to, simply go back here. I come back here and I select smart. Oh, certainly not here. You might not be obliged to come back here. I'm sure we are even supposed to see it directly here. If it is not appearing, then okay, maybe the purchase didn't go through. Just a moment. Just a moment. All right, perfect. These are the coins here that you can see. These are them. So it means that I used $10 to be able to purchase 2,157.49 smart. These are the smart coins right here that I've been able to purchase with how many dollars? $10. Now, assuming that these 2,157.49 smart coins were coins that are actually uploaded in here myself, and I want to sell them off for what? For USDTs. What do? It's the same procedure. Now I have to ask myself, at what price am I wishing to sell these smart coins for? Do I want to sell them at this price? Now, what you will have to notice here is, since I am now a seller of the smart coins, means that I'm positioning myself here. I will ask myself, first of all, do I intend to sell them at the same price rate as this person who is selling at 0.004576, or I want to sell at a price which is higher than this person? In fact, it is not left for me to decide what price I want to sell. I want to sell at. I might even come here and put a price which is higher than, this person here who is selling at the most expensive price at the moment. But again, it will depend on whether I want to sell these coins faster, or I really don't have a pressing need to sell the coins and make use of the money. That way, I can decide to choose to sell the coins at a higher price, which I might not be expecting somebody to come and offer me that price immediately. Because there are people who set prices like that and they stay in the market for weeks, even months, because they are not so much in a hurry to make the money. But for somebody who wants to get the money faster, maybe he wants to get the money right on the spot, like he wants to sell faster, what do? You can actually choose to sell at the best price when I say you are selling at the best price, it means you are selling at the lowest market price. When I say the best price is for the person who is going to buy, because the person will be buying it at the best market price from you. But you will be selling at the lowest market price. So how do you do that? You simply go to the option sell instead of clicking on buy. Buy is for somebody who wants to buy the smart coins. Sell is for somebody who has the smart coins and wants to sell, you know, in exchange for what? For USDTs. So I simply click on the option sell. Now, once I click on the option, no, just before I get to the option sell, please, you first of all need to precise the quantity you want to sell in here, because we have a total of 2,157.49. So how many of these smart coins do I want to sell? Maybe I want to sell just 100. Oh, yes, let's say just 100. I might be interested in selling just 100, for instance. Or 10 point something. Or do I want to sell all? If I want to sell all of them, then I can type 2,150. Okay. This one is not supposed to go very far up. I can type it manually. 2,100 and this one keeps going. Oh, a second, please. Okay, so here, if I want to sell the entire quantity, then I'll simply type, you know, 2,157.49. Good, means the entire quantity is in here. Now, if you don't want to type manually, you can also make use of this button. Once you pull this button to the right, you are actually specifying different amounts of the coins. So once I pull this one to the extreme, you see that the total amount in here represents this total amount here. It's that simple. Now, the next question will be, do I wish to sell everything at the market price, or I want to specify a price at which I want to sell? Of course, as usual, if you want to sell immediately, always take the option market. Once you take the option market, what do you do next? Of course, you make sure that you pull this one first to the end, means that you want to sell everything in total. So what do? You click on sell. Once you click on sell, you discover that the quantity we had here is now showing 0. And remember, the USDTs we had here, we had 150 point something left. Now it has gone back to 160, which means that the smart coins that I bought, I have sold them back for the same USDTs. So you can, whether you have USDTs, you want to purchase smart coins, you make use of the button buy smart. If you want to rather sell the smart coins you already have, maybe you are the person who brought the smart coins into the market, or maybe there are smart coins you already had in the market, you want to sell them off again, you simply make use of the option sell. But once you take the option sell, you need to specify the quantity you want to sell, and you need to decide on whether you want to sell immediately. And if you want to sell immediately, it means you really don't care about the price in the market. You want to sell at the current market price. But if you want to sell because you think the amount at which you want to sell is of importance to you, then you can manually specify the amount for which you want to sell. In that case, you have to make use of the option limit. Once you take the option limit, then it will ask you to precise the price at which you want to sell. So you will be the person now to precise the price here. Maybe you might decide to say, okay, you want to buy smart coins when one is actually selling at the price of, I don't know, maybe 0.0010, maybe 0.1, maybe 1 even. So the choice is yours. So you can manually specify your own price. So it is that simple. Now, if you want to make a withdrawal, if you want to do a withdrawal, whether of the same smart coins which you bought or of the USDTs, what do? You simply go again to the option deposit, or rather withdrawal. This time around, you are going to the option withdrawal. That's under wallet. So the wallet is going to give you the option withdraw. So once you click on withdraw, now you need to specify the name of the asset you want to withdraw. Is it USDTs you want to withdraw? For instance, if I want to withdraw USDTs, I click there, which is the network. I have to specify, first of all, the address to where I want to withdraw the USDTs to. Then I specify also the network, TRC20, for instance. Once I do that with the address already put in here, once I launch below here, of course, once you do all of that, there will be a button below here to show you where you have to validate. You simply click on the button, you validate, and everything goes. Same thing with the smart coins. They'll also provide you a space here to choose the asset. You simply write there, smart coin. They will give you provision to input the smart coin address where you want to withdraw the smart coins to. Once you do that, of course, with the smart coin, you don't need to precise the network. Once you do that, you simply click on the validation button and everything goes. It's that simple. So here, for people who really want to enjoy trading in the market to take advantage of the variation of the prices, you can actually buy and sell. For somebody who, for instance, with the $160 that is fine in that market. When the price of the smart coin goes down, I can use the USDTs I purchase and allow the coins in here. When the price of the smart coin goes up again, what happens? The smart coins that I already bought, I will go back and sell again.